Hello, Aries. Welcome to your bonus reading. You guys came in third as the most viewed video for the second half of January. So thank you so very much for the love and support here on my channel. So let's get right into your bonus reading here. General advice as always. So please keep that in mind throughout this reading and take from it, as always, what makes sense for you. Release the rest. I'll be using my silhouettes deck, and we'll go ahead and grab some insight from the romance angels. All right, so let's get going and see what's coming up here for Aries. Angels and spirit guides, please. What is the advice? What do we need to know? So I don't have any questions. I'm just going to allow the cards to communicate what needs to come through here. A higher purpose or a higher power. Trusting that what's meant for me will come to me, to deliver me from the impossible to the possible, to find the light in my darkness, to find courage through my fears. And look at the next card. We do have groom. I pledge my love to you from this day forward. So this can be interpreted in one of two ways, from the divine feminine perspective as well as the divine masculine perspective. So if we were to take a look at this from a masculine standpoint, perhaps we have a masculine who is really tapped into this higher power, just trusting that the universe will bring them what is meant for them, certainly when it comes to the connection with the divine feminine, leading towards marriage perhaps, or at least long-term commitment, because we do have a groom card right here. The other interpretation of that, of course, coming from the divine feminine, is that you as well are just tapped into this energy, trusting that what's meant for you when it comes to your masculine, especially if you're hoping for marriage and commitment, for you guys to come together and build a life together. If that's what you're hoping for, then perhaps that's why it's coming through here. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here and see what's up with that. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot Volume 2. So believing in a higher power, that if you guys are truly meant to find your way back to each other, then it can happen. All right, so let's see. You guys might have encountered some obstacles and challenges, which could explain why we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse, because this represents dissatisfaction. It represents misery and shattered dreams, as you can see right here. So we might have a situation where a wish did not come true. We have the Nine of Swords. So we've got nines coming through, representing perhaps things that have the capability to come to fruition, but something got in the way of that, you know? And so if you're able to relate to this, Aries, the Nine of Swords represents hopelessness and insomnia, lack of sleep because of anxiety, depression, stress. And then we have the Tower here. So something happened that broke you guys up. But the way I see the Tower, you know, even though it's destructive, even though something fell apart, even though the structure of a relationship might have crumbled, this to me represents a lesson. It represents a blessing in disguise. Sometimes, you know, helping you guys to be able to just start over and to build a stronger foundation, perhaps for the connection, if not for yourself. Look at these cards. So we do have the High Priestess, Divine Feminine. This is representing you. So this is all about you trusting your intuition. And I love how it's right next to a higher power, trusting that what's meant for me will come to me. And maybe that's where you're at right now. You know, if you're believing that your masculine will come to you, despite where you guys are at on this journey, maybe it could still happen. And you guys can turn this Nine of Cups in the upright, where a wish can actually come true. But right now it's in the reverse for a reason. And then we do have the divine masculine coming through here as the Emperor. Okay, now the Emperor, divine masculine, represents Aries. So some of you could also be cross-watching for the masculine, who represents the Aries here, and they are coming in as, you know, this very empowered Emperor. And so it could be this Emperor who's ready to commit, who's ready to build a strong foundation in the partnership. You know, as we can see from that Groom card representing the masculine, I pledge my love to you from this day forward. And maybe they needed time apart from you, Divine Feminine, in order for this to happen. And that's confirmed here with the Death card. Some of you could also be dealing with a Scorpio. So even though it came to an end, it makes way for better. It makes way for a transition. It makes way for change. So maybe you had to leave them out in the cold in order for them to understand this lesson. Maybe you both felt really alone without each other. When it comes to the masculine coming in as this Knight of Cups, very romantic. So the masculine is coming in with that type of energy. They're serious now, and maybe they just weren't serious about it before. They are focused on looking towards the future. The Three of Wands is all about looking ahead rather than looking back to the past. Look at this, and now we've got tens showing up. 10 of Cups followed by the 10 of Pentacles, both amazing cards. Stability, financially it looks really good. Maybe for both of you, you're both doing well in your career, your job, so money matters, that looks pretty good. And then we do have the 10 of Cups here, love, marriage, family, happily ever after, dreams coming true. There's a reason why that Groom card is there, because I feel if it was an issue for the masculine to commit before, Divine Feminine, it's no longer an issue. This, I feel, is what it is that they want to be able to manifest in the 3D at this point. So yes, you guys might have experienced that Tower, but I feel they want something different. You know, they want something better in this partnership, and that includes commitment. And I feel they're ready to offer that here. So let's grab some cards from the Romance Angels. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Aries for this bonus reading. We do have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, you know, it's interesting because the 10 of Cups, that's talking about family. We've got the Emperor that could represent fatherhood, you know, so we have a situation here perhaps for some of you where there could have been a separation. You guys could have already been married, had children, and when you guys went your separate ways, that affected the family, and the family wanted a separation also. So there's healing that needs to happen here in this connection. Take this if it applies. Now, some of you guys could have had an ex that was causing issues in a partnership. We do have engagement, and then we've got the reconciliation card coming in. So even though you guys are in separation and at a distance from one another, if this makes sense for you, it does seem, especially for the masculine, that they really are ready to offer commitment, to be this groom right here, you know, to be able to manifest this wish. I mean, it looks pretty positive regardless of where you guys are at right now. You know, 10 of Cups looks amazing. So let's go ahead and add to this and see what else needs to come through. I'll pull from my Luna Tarot deck here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Aries. What else do we need to know? All right, so we have another reverse card, which is, look at this. So the Four of Pentacles, greed in the upright. Okay, so you could have been dealing with a very greedy partner, and maybe, you know, they made more money than you and they didn't want to share their income. That could have also contributed to the drama in the family. You guys could have been bickering about money. This is so interesting. So we've got the Star, which is wish fulfillment. So remember how the 9 of Cups came up in the reverse? Okay, so misery, dissatisfaction, shattered dreams. I feel there's the opportunity for you guys to still manifest that wish because it's now coming through in the upright with the Star card. Some of you could also be dealing with an Aquarian. Whenever I see the Star too, it reminds me of, first of all, an illuminated path. So this path could possibly be what brings this person back to you. It could be an ex. So if there's a part of you that's desiring to reconcile with your ex, maybe in time, that can happen. If you guys were bickering and arguing about money, look at this. This is a self-sufficient person. So I feel if you guys were arguing about money, you ended up making your own money to the point where you didn't need them to be able to provide for you financially in any way, shape, or form. So maybe at this point, the tables have turned and you're more successful as compared to them when it comes to finances and career. But I do feel when it comes to the masculine, they want to be able to manifest union with you, Divine Feminine. And you guys can be happy. Look at that. You've got the sun. So there's that blessing. You guys had to spend time apart from each other and experience that tower moment. The relationship came to an end because there was something about it that just wasn't working. But things are shifting. Things are moving in the right direction, I feel. In the meantime, focus on just living your best life. You know, part of the energy of the star is self-care as well. Take care of you in the meantime. Take care of your family, your children if you have them. But it does seem here through this reconciliation that you can find happiness with each other once again. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave your bonus reading, Aries. I do hope that if this resonated with you, that it gives you some hope, letting you know that you guys can still work this out. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.